vast, terrifying grandeur of the Antarctic Wall now served as the anchor for humanity's fractured consciousness, a tangible point of reference in a reality that had expanded beyond comprehension. Along its colossal base, makeshift settlements began to emerge, clusters of human ki pulsating with a potent blend of awe, terror, and a nascent, desperate hope. The disborn, those children of the Grand Lie, were now truly at the edge of their former world, gazing into the boundless expanse that was the flat Earth. From the cliffside overlook, Arden, the prime immortal, observed these nascent communities. The emerald threads of the Acolyte network were no longer merely guiding, they were integrating. The Acolytes, cloaked in robes of ice-hued fabrics, moved among the humans, their serene presence a stark contrast to the agitated energy of the bewildered masses. They shared ancient knowledge of survival and the raw ki flows beyond the wall, taught basic geomantic principles for stability, and most crucially, revealed maps not of the round Earth, but of the true infinite planar surface, charting vast, unseen land masses and subtle energy currents. They are accepting the guidance, Master Arden, Ilara confirmed, her voice filled with a quiet wonder. The Acolytes are proving indispensable. They are establishing centers of learning, teaching them to feel the deeper ki to understand the nature of their planet. Arden noticed the emergence of new exploratory expeditions. These were no longer desperate flights from a breaking reality, but determined ventures into the unknown. Equipped with rudimentary key-sensing devices and guided by Acolyte knowledge, small groups of humans began to venture beyond the immediate vicinity of the wall, stepping onto the previously forbidden ice and gazing towards the truly distant horizons. They returned with tales of impossible distances, of subtle atmospheric shifts, and of geomantic currents that felt profoundly different from those within the confines of the disk. They had taken the first true footsteps on the infinite. The ki beyond the wall was raw, untamed, vibrant. It lacked the subtle dampening and manipulation that the Syndicate had imposed on the disk. It wasn't the planet's true breath, exhilarating and terrifying in its purity. Those who ventured far enough felt a profound shift in their own internal ki, a subtle expansion of consciousness that made the old lie seem utterly absurd. A faint, distant memory. Alyssin's signature pulsed with an almost manic energy, indicating a deep engagement in this phase. She wasn't just amplifying the Acolytes, she was pushing the boundaries of their revelations. Her communications, now unfiltered, detailed the Syndicate's methods of control. The specific techniques of ki dampening and the psychological conditioning used to maintain the lie. She was driven by an urgent desire for humanity to not just know the truth, but to fully understand the mechanisms of their past enslavement, ensuring they would never be fooled again. She saw this as the ultimate liberation, however painful. Alyssin is unveiling the full depth of the deception, Ilara murmured, tracking the intense burst of information. The humans are understanding the intentionality of the lie, the betrayal. Unnecessary understanding, Ilara, Arden, the prime immortal, stated, his gaze unblinking. Only by comprehending the change can they truly appreciate their newfound freedom, and only then can they avoid forging new ones. He felt the tremors of the vast planetary ki, the immense power of the flat Earth resonated with every step taken by these brave, bewildered explorers. The challenge was immense. Humanity, while gaining understanding, was still fragile, prone to fear and misinterpretation. New dangers would emerge from this expanded reality, not just environmental, but psychological, as their minds struggled to reconcile the infinite with their limited perception. But this was the way. Arden, the prime immortal, had broken the illusion and unleashed the truth. Now, he would be the guiding hand, the silent guardian of their perilous journey into a reality grander and more terrifying than any round world could ever be. The footsteps had begun on the infinite, and Arden would ensure that humanity, despite its struggles,